Hey guys, it's terrible lighting coming from a computer screen and I have headphones on, and that can only mean one thing. Saturday night, movie review night. I'm off to watch a movie. Wish me luck. Guys, Malachite here, and I'll zoom out on this. I am reviewing for this Saturday, and it is time for the Saturday night movie review. I guess I should plug that. Tonight I am reviewing How I Live Now, and I'll zoom out on this because I'm probably not doing a very good job. But if I don't focus on something before I put this up here on my makeshift stand, it'll just focus on my face, and all you'll see is just my face. And I don't like that, and I'm sure nobody else does either because it's just like this. So anyway, hi y'all. I said y'all, oh god. Okie. Anyway, how's everybody doing? And I hope you're having a good Saturday. I know I am. I just finished watching this. It is called How I Live Now, and I was able to find the movie poster image. I'm so excited. I hope you can see it because it's actually a really cool movie poster. This is an independent film, and I loved every single minute of it. It stars, her name is very unusual, so I'm going to try to not butcher it. Saoirse Ronan, she plays Daisy, who is the main character. Then we've got Tom Holland, who plays Isaac, and George McKay, who plays Eddie, and Harley Bird, who plays Piper. And I want to say those are the three other main characters. Yeah, that's the other three that are the main characters of the movie. And basically, I am going to talk about some spoilers because to review this movie, I don't really have a choice. Basically, what this movie is about is Daisy's father. She's kind of estranged from him anyway. And her mother's passed away, so he sends her off to the English countryside for the summer because he just really doesn't want to deal with her. So he sends her off to stay with some family, and these are her distant cousins that he sends her off to stay with. And when the minute she gets there, I mean, you can tell from looking at her that she's not going to like the English countryside from the beginning. She's like, you know, got like torn stockings and loud headphones and, you know, the thick eyeliner that you do with eyeshadow and black nails, and she just, you know, and she just exudes attitude, which the actress does fantastically, because that's really hard to do without overdoing it, and she doesn't overdo it. So I applaud her for that, because I can't stand that when it's overdone, but she does a really good job. And so her cousin picks her up, and he tries to be nice, and she's like, would you just shut up and leave me alone, because she just already hates it there. Understandably, in the vehicle that he picks her up in, I would be afraid I was gonna die, so it's kind of understandable. You guys, it was terrifying. I don't think I would have rode in it, but I would love to be there and be going to the English countryside, but I just wouldn't want to ride in that vehicle. So she gets there and she just automatically hates it. It's just chaos. I mean, the littlest girl's running around and the mom is nowhere to be seen, and it's just chaos. The kids run the house. They run the house because the mom is so busy doing her job that the kids run the house. And the oldest boy just kind of lets them, really. Basically, you know, they don't tear anything up or anything like that. They're just kids, but it's insane. And so they try to be nice to her and everything else, and just nothing works. And I'm missing my bracelets. I feel naked, but I'm going to keep going. And nothing's working and nothing's working. And finally she kind of starts coming out of her shell a little bit, and ends up going swimming with them. And then slowly kind of the makeup starts coming off and she starts dressing more naturally and she starts fitting into the countryside and she starts being happy there. And there had been news on the wind anyway, and the oldest boy knew about it and their mom knew about it because of the kind of work that she did, but she was never home because of the kind of work that she did and what was happening. And then Daisy, I guess I should tell you the oldest boy's name. His name's Eddie. Sorry. So Eddie and the mom and Daisy kind of knew about this whole World War III thing and how it was kind of bubbling up a little bit. And it was becoming imminent about the time that their mom had to leave for the last time. There's a book falling, so if you hear a thud, it's a book. Let's just pray it doesn't knock my camera over. So when the mom leaves, she has her sister coming to take care of the kids because she has to leave on business that has to do with what is getting ready to be World War III. And I'm not going to totally spoil that, but let's just say it erupts into complete chaos. And they live, you know, way out in the country. And when you think about it, well, and you start to, I mean, the movie is like, and what I like about independent films is they develop the characters along with the story most of the time, which is what a lot of people don't like about independent films, is that they move too slowly because they're developing the characters. But you start to really fall for these characters and really care about them and watch them as each one of them develops their own personality that you can relate to or not relate to, but watch as they intertwine together and start creating this story that you really, really care about. Now, I believe this maybe was adapted from a book. I'm going to have to look that up because I'm not totally sure. I just saw a couple things when I was searching the net for some information on the movie to share with you that I had not watched on the screen. If it's adapted from a book, I'm definitely going to read it. Anyway, moving back on. So I'm excited about it because I really feel like people, I'm talking about people because I'm so adamant about these characters and so attached to the characters, and became more and more so as I was watching the film. And the one thing is they live in the English countryside, and I don't know how many of you know about World War II or know much about World War II, but in England, the characters in the film live outside of London, not too far outside of London, but they do live outside of London. Now in World War II, outside of London and into the countryside, parents would bring their children and put them on buses, or not buses, on trains, and send them to the English countryside to live with distant relatives or people that were just taking children in from London and from the bigger cities to get them out of the bombing regions. So normally those places are safe. They don't evacuate them, they don't touch them. But that wasn't quite the era of nuclear capabilities until the end of World War II, when the bombing on Japan happened. So when this story takes place with World War III, it's very different, and the countryside is not really safe either. And there's also a lot of other warfare methods that make the countryside not as safe either. So even though they try to stay together and live in the countryside, and Eddie tries to keep his family together, that cannot happen. And in the meantime, there's a love story budding, and I found myself getting involved in the love story. Yes, it's true. It wasn't horror, it was a love story, and I got involved in it. And it was just a really beautiful love story, not over the top. Nothing in this movie was done over the top. It was all done in a manner that was realistic in a way that it could happen, and I think that's what made it such a good movie. I think sometimes it's almost good that a film have a lower budget, like independent films. And I think that's why sometimes when I go through to look for a film to watch, I'll go to the independent films. Because sometimes I think your budget can be too big. And I think you can want to do too many things to, instead of showing the lives of people in World War III, you want to show World War III. And you're missing the whole point of the film. And fortunately, this film does not miss the whole point. It takes the lives of just a few people and puts the spotlight on them and shows what those lives would be like if World War III were to happen from the beginning to the end. And so if you like drama, that's not like super happy fun times movie. It has happy parts in it. It has horribly depressing parts. It has dramatic parts. If you like things like that, you're gonna like this movie. I would give this movie a chance if you like dramas, because hands down, I gave it 5 stars on Netflix. It was like Whiplash. I didn't even have to think about it. It is incredible. If you like movies that investigate the human drama, the way that humanity works, interpersonal relationships, if you like character development, if you like development in relationships between characters, that's realistic, that's loving, that's caring, which it is in this film, which I like. You didn't see a lot of, in some war films, you'll see a lot of just strife and stuff, and you don't really, surprisingly, you don't see a lot of that in this film, which was refreshing. So, I give it 5 stars out of 5. 5 little witchy brooms out of 5 little witchy brooms, or hats, or cauldrons. I haven't decided what to call it yet. It's not a witchy movie, but that's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys will watch it. I really do. I really, really do, because I think a lot of you will really like this film. So give it a chance and give it a watch and let me know what you think. You can go to IMDb and watch the trailer. I'm sure you can probably watch the trailer on YouTube as well. Again, it's called How I Live Now. And you might look on Barnes & Noble, or I was going to say Borders, but they don't exist now, and then I got sad because I really love that store. Or Books A Million, or Amazon, or eBay, or wherever else they sell books, and see if it's a book as well, because you may want to read it. So anyway, I hope this was a good review, and it's helpful for you to decide if you want to see this film, and I hope you enjoyed it. And next week I'll come at you with something. Not sure what. I was going to be comedy this week, but I couldn't get in the mood for a comedy film, so I went through all of them. I could not find a one that I was interested in, but I didn't want to do horror, so I just went through the independent films and found a drama that looked interesting and watched it and absolutely loved it. So I hope you'll watch it and you'll love it too. Anyway, that's been the Saturday Night Movie Review. I'm Malachite. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. I do lots of other kinds of videos, so feel free to go through those. I do stuff from pagan kind of thoughts and rambles to beginning card readings, and I mean beginning, to Dollar Tree hauls, to this and that. So anyway, take care guys, blessed be, and bye.